Orks, you can play.
Now there are more units and strategies, of course. The biggest thing that I would say, if you have the access to it, if you have Forge World equipment, like if you can get the XV-89s, the hazard suits, or tetras, or sensor towers, bring them. All of those are insanely good. The only reason I don't have them is because I haven't bought them yet, because they are rather expensive. So if you have them, use them. If you don't, think about it. But basically, the Tetra will replace your Pathfinder teams, because you don't need them, because the Tetra is a heavy 4 marker light, and it's a vehicle too, and you can bring units of them, and they can bring target lock, and each tank or each skimmer could shoot a different target. So you're basically replacing your fire warriors right there. Sensor towers give twin linked to a unit within 6 inches and are a marker light. So they mark, and then you plant 3 of these because they just need to be deployed within 12 inches of one another. So along your fire warrior defense line, you hand out twin link to each of the fire warrior teams and mark for them. That way they have the marker light support from the towers, as well as hitting on, now they're hitting on 3s, re-rolling, and then wounding on 3s. And you're just going to crush a unit right there. And then of course you've got your hazard suits, which are basically a battle suit with insane amounts of firepower. So if you have them, use them. If you don't, that's fine. You don't need them. You can definitely win with what you have here. This is the army that I bring. This is pretty much the army I bring against any army I play against. The only variants you'll really see is the battle suits outfit. Maybe I'll change them to plasma melta. But usually I take plasma missile pods anyway, because missile pod long range support pops rhinos, it pops planes, it pops like anything. It's such a good weapon, the missile pod, that it's very hard to justify. The only thing that really changes is the melta to a plasma, or the plasma to a melta in this case. And then the commander, his air bursting fragmentation projector would change to a melta or a plasma accordingly. So that is an army builder in a sense. The army I'm looking at here is probably about 1,500 points. I haven't done the math, but more or less. But that's the kind of composition you're going to want. Not very many battle suits. They're there to support the fire warriors and defend the tanks. Lots of fire warriors, because they're going to be gunning. They're going to be the main bread and butter of your army, and you want enough units that. That was one thing I didn't even mention. Fire warriors. They have EMP grenades. Do not bring photon grenades. Photon grenades are a defensive grenade that when they charge you, they get 1 less attack. You don't want that. You want to die. If they charge you, you want that unit of fire warriors to be wiped out. You either want them to be running and out of combat or destroyed. Because if they get caught in combat, your turn will come next, and you're going to lose then. If you didn't lose the first turn, it was because you were lucky. If you lose in the second round, then it's his turn, and he gets to charge you now. Now you've lost 2 units, possibly 3 if he does it right then that time, 2. Do not get caught in combat. You want to make your guys as terrible in close combat as possible. That means, like, the only time you're going to bring the Chasseur, whatever the upgraded, the Sergeant. If you're ever going to bring the Sergeant and you're going to bring bonding knives, that's kind of a good idea because they can rally after, but don't expect them to get away. So I wouldn't really recommend that either. As well as its extra points. It's another fire warrior to bring that guy as a leader, and he only has 1 extra attack and 1 extra leadership. I have done it before, and it does have its times, it does have its uses, because you can take the power claw out of an orc horde by challenging, but he's still going to kill you in leadership because it gets overkill points. So, get your units killed if you get in close combat with your fire warriors. You shouldn't. You should be running back when they start getting to the 20-inch mark. Start moving backwards, because he's going to gain on you, but keep moving backwards. If he has trucks, have your whole army kind of curve towards it. You want to make a ring around them. Here's the truck. Your guys are all around it. And you're going to have your battlesuit teams, because you realize that he doesn't have a lot of fast. He's going to be rushing you. Battlesuit teams are going to blow up the truck, and then when they all fall out of it, fire warriors just decimate it. Or you have the battlesuits blow it up, and then you have your marker lights mark the boys that are inside, take away their cover save, fire warriors light them up. Or you have the marker lights lighted up, take away their cover save, hit them tight packed with a submunition round. Even if they're ARD boys, they're going down. But you're going to be using that submunition round as well as the missile pods on any bikers that he brings, because that 4-up cover save really shuts down your powerful ranged weapons. So you're going to have your marker lights, reduce it to either 6 up or 0, because a 6 up's not a big deal. 1 in 6 lives is fine, you shouldn't have any problem. Yeah, he could make them, but that's good. Hit him with submunition rounds, missile pods, long range shots, so you can start hitting him immediately, as well as they don't get saves, because it is AP 4, they have a 4 up, no save for that. Other things in the Ork army that you're going to watch out for are Defcoptas. If you see them, everything goes into the Defcopta. Defcoptas are fast, they kill battle suits like that, they can destroy tanks very easily. You gotta kill those guys first. They're toughness 5, they have armor force, they have 4 up armor, I believe they do, yeah, 4 up armor save, and they have 2 wounds each. So you're gonna marker light them, you're gonna buff your ballistic skill, and you're going to destroy them. They may have a jank, but that won't really matter because you're gonna hit them with fire warriors, because they're gonna move either outflanking and being right near you, or charging across the board and being right near you. So gun them down. The ion cannon is a very good weapon against them because they won't get saves against shots, and it pretty much kills a Defcopta every time it shoots. Never mind its burst cannons that might get another wound or 2. But that's what you're going to want to kill right away. Other than that, there's not a lot of Ork things that'll really threaten you. The looted wagon, you're going to be hugging cover with your fire warriors anyway. The only ones who have to watch out for that are the battle suits, which, if you're deep striking them, you're just going to destroy the looted wagon first anyway, because you're going to get first shot. And against your tanks, because it's not going to rush you, so it's going to stay back, and you're going to have a nice easy 3 up save. 2 up if you go flat out. You're not going to go flat out, but if you do, you might. So you'll be fine from that as well. But that is essentially the tactic in an army level of Tau. Now like I said, and as I've said in the other Tactica videos, this is a team-oriented plan. The fire warriors aren't going to do the job if they don't have the battle suits to destroy the vehicles or the marker lights to boost their ballistic skill. Marker lights aren't going to do the job if they don't have the damage from the fire warriors and the hammerheads. The hammerheads can't do it by themselves if they don't have the close combat or the anti-infantry support of the fire warriors. And not only that, they're very expensive. The battle suits can't do it themselves because they're too expensive. You don't have enough of them. One power claw gets into close combat, you're gonna lose your entire unit. They're going to walk in, he's going to have 4 attacks, he's going to hit you on 3s, he's going to wound you on 2s, and you're going to lose all of them. He only needs to get 3, and 3 of them die. Watch out for that. Always jump, shoot, jump. Always, always, regardless if there's no one nearby. Move again, because at very least, it throws off your opponent. Because he's now going to be thinking about, okay, they're going to keep moving, I got to get them, because if I don't get them now, I've got to get them later, and they're going to run away, and blah, blah, blah. Even if it has no purpose, even if you plan on rushing them later, you still want to move. Constantly move your units. Because there's no negative to it anymore. There used to be a negative that you couldn't shoot your rapid fire just as good. That's gone. Move your guys. There used to be a negative with the tanks that you'd suffer a lot if you move really fast. No point now. Your hammerhead still shoots fine at 12. Well, it does anyway. Multi-tracker. Bring that as well. Makes it count as fast for shooting purposes. It's another one of those always bring items. Yeah, multi-tracker and targeting array, not so much. The hammerheads come with it already, so they don't need it. But multi-tracker, disruption pod, those 2 you will always bring. Flechettes are usual, sensor spines kind of, black sun filter pretty often, but those 2, multi-tracker and disruption pod, you bring those, your tank is 100 times better. It can move as fast, and it has a 3 up cover outside of 12 inches. If it moved, which it will, because you will move. Okay. Anything other than that, that is basically the strategy. You're going to have everyone work together. As I said in the other videos, if you want, I'm going to keep going over these on a unit-to-unit basis. Next time it'll be fire warriors and fire and pathfinders, but this one, bring them as your unit, your whole army is an army. It's a work together force. Next time I think I'll do one where you're going up against Space Marines, because it's a totally different ball game against them, in that you're going to have to plan for different things, and yeah, you are going to bring more battle suits against them. But against Orks, against Tyranids, this is the list you want. Sort of, because Tyranids it is different. You're going to want I'll tell you later. But in this case, up against Orks, this is what I expect, this is what I would bring, and those are the reasons why I bring it. If you want models like these, click the link below. You can definitely see about getting you a Tau army. And remember, miniwargaming.com/challenge. Come and beat me. Come and show me how my Tau list needs to be better, because I'd prefer to lose to you and find out what I need to do better next time. Not to mention you get $50 for winning, if anyone ever noticed that. But yeah, I love learning from my defeats. Winning's not all that. It's more fun to lose and know what you did wrong and what you can do to do better. But anyway, happy wargaming.